Hello and welcome to another week of the weekly psychic review. So I hope you've had a good week and things have been flowing along well for you. We're doing this from Monday the 7th of March. Yep, where the year's going quickly already. So Monday the 7th of March to Sunday the 13th of March. And so, just to let you know how I work, so I work with my guides and all of those in spirit who love me, and I ask them to come close to give you what you need for the upcoming week, any tips, information, techniques, practices, basically anything they feel would be relevant for you, and anything about the energies coming up during the week. So, just give me a sec, I'll tune in and we'll get straight into it. Alright, so as soon as I tuned in and I could feel a bit of mixed energy around, and it's kind of coming from a few places, and one of the big things I can feel is about the floods, being on the Sunshine Coast. We've sort of seen the floods, or I've seen it personally around me. We've had friends that have been affected by it, and right down into New South and north of me as well. And there's a bit of mixed up energy, there's a bit of anger, grief, and tension around this, and hearing people. I can hear them at the moment going, what's next? What's going to come next? And it's that thing too, also I can feel about people wondering what they can do. And so whenever there's a crisis, we all have choices here. We all have different things in which we can do or choose not to do. And one thing in which will help yourself and will help other people is to be as centered as possible. And this really goes with all crisis that occurs, whether it's on a personal nature, more of an environmental around your area, national or global. And it's one thing to stay as centered as possible. And they're telling me, it's also about seeing that there's a bigger picture. And this can be extremely hard to see, and it's something in which I have personally difficulty in this. And it's one thing I do hear from spirit about seeing the bigger picture, and it's that thing too. Like sometimes you can't see the bigger picture, but what you can do is to say, okay, well, we are evolving at the moment. There is a lot of change going on. There's a lot of purging going on, and whenever there's a purging, there's a changing. It's always because you're going to somewhere better. You're releasing what does not need to be, what you do not need, and you're going into something more positive, more vibrant, more loving, more balanced. And with this as well, it's like, even if it's not with you, but it's around with other people, this is specifically about the floods. Things you can do is you can donate your time, you can donate some money, that sort of thing. Apparently the government hasn't been doing much. I've been hearing from friends and people affected and clients that they haven't been helping out that much. The other thing you can do, if you're not able to do those things, is to cover them in love and do some meditation. Instead of having fear or feeling sorry for them, that actually doesn't help, and actually kind of compounds the problem and compounds the energy. It's about seeing that they will be able to come through this with something new. They'd be able to make some good changes of this. They'd be able to create new things. See them feeling good about this and creating changes in their life, feeling happier through this. I know this is a bit hard to do, but it's that thing too about it will give people opportunity. And I just got reminded then, this is a bit weird, a bit out there, that the way Spirit talks to you is in ways in which you will understand and you'll recognize. And what got flashed up, I remember about 20 years ago watching The Simpsons, and Lisa said to Homer, the Chinese use the same word for opportunity as crisis. And it's that thing too, in which whenever there is a crisis, it does give you an opportunity. And so, sending them some love, doing some meditation, and actually seeing that there will be a benevolent outcome coming out of this. And it's really about sending them support, sending them help, and doing this within any situation or any sort of crisis, not just with the floods. So there's still a lot of fear going on around the pandemic and what that's meaning. And it's that thing too about realizing that there's a much bigger picture going on here, realizing that there is some really they just said it's all for a very good reason, and it is going to create much more of a balanced society, and it's going to change things for people. So just do the best you can within that. And always remember, like I just got told or shown that thing with The Simpsons, when you're speaking with your guides and when you're connecting with them, it's not about what it means for other people as such. It's more about you guides are going to talk to you in ways that you will understand. And me getting that flash of Homer saying, Christ-opportunity, putting those two words together, crisis and opportunity, it reminded me of what that meant for me, and it was about speaking about that. So they're telling me to get on with the weekly reading. Okay, so Monday, it's funny because there is a bit of a heaviness here, and I can feel this like constriction around my throat. And it's that thing too about, all right, so when you're in the ocean or when you're in the water, if you're paddling really, really hard and doggy paddling and you're trying to keep your head up and you're really tense and that sort of thing, it takes an incredible amount of energy. But when you allow yourself to relax, to chill, you can just float. You can just float on top of the water. So on Monday, it's that thing about finding your center, finding your balance, and it's also about when if there, because I do feel this a little bit with work more than anything, a little bit with relationships and more work, about that there could be a little bit of contention going on. There could be a little bit of sort of ups and downs, possibly some confrontation. So it's that thing about staying as relaxed as possible when this is occurring, and it's that thing about what is truth for you at that time. And it's about allowing yourself to be able to see as clearly as possible. And then once this happens, or at the end of the day, reward yourself for how well you've done. No matter what's happened, if you've put in any effort to try to do this, or trying to be more centered or focused, congratulate yourself for that. Okay, so Tuesday, we're on the Tuesday. So Tuesday, all right, so there's a lightness on Tuesday, and it's that thing too about this is funny. This is about treating yourself. This is a little bit about abundance, and it's a little bit about allowing a little bit more flow. And it's about, how do you see yourself in relation with abundance and nourishment and treating, and also about support as well. Do you see yourself as someone that deserves support, that deserves to have money, that deserves to have nurturing and love, and that sort of thing, or you don't? And so I feel like there could be some opportunities coming up on Tuesday in relation with this, more with friends I can feel than anyone. And so if that arises, even if you're someone that doesn't take support or help a lot, try something different. Give it a go. The people that are offering this love and support, they're doing it because they truly want to, and they get a lot out of helping. So allow these people to feel really good about this, and allow yourself to feel really good and to be able to receive this love. Okay, so getting on to Wednesday. So Wednesday is, you don't have to do everything, okay? The one thing you can do is just do the best you can at the moment, and to just stay a little bit more mindful, a little bit more focused, because there is this kind of energy in which, there's quite a lot of things going on at the same time. So this is about bringing your attention back to what you're actually doing, being mindful, being focused, and just being on point. You don't have to do everything. Okay. So we're getting on to Thursday. Okay, what's on Thursday? So, all right. So this as well. This is, yeah. It's almost like I can feel some of the people out there. They're carrying other people's burdens and other people's shit, basically. So it's that thing about, for a start, if you're carrying somebody else's burdens or taking responsibility for another person, is this really helping them for starters? On the other hand, it's that thing about going, well, if you're doing this for somebody else, you're robbing them of the opportunity to learn how to do this themselves. And the other thing is it's not allowing you to really evolve. When you're taking on other people's shit and you're doing things for people, you're actually suppressing, your actual magnificence and your brilliance. So have a look around that. And I think we're up to Friday. I got a bit lost there. Friday, what's on Friday? Okay, so Friday. All right. So, all right. They just said, getting in touch with spirit and getting in touch with yourself. Okay, so they're saying this is really one and the same thing. So how can you get in touch with yourself a little bit more? How can you get in touch with us a little bit more? They're saying, and they're saying do this in a calm, fun. They just said fun's really the big word here. In a fun, in a kind, and a gentle, and an easy manner. And it's really that thing about connecting to, what is it that makes you zing the most? With spirit too, they're saying, treat us like friends. Don't put us on a pedestal. Don't treat us like we're different from you. Your guides have come in because they really want to be with you, because they love you, because they want to help you. So just start talking to them, start seeing them as a good mate. And it's that thing too, you don't have to speak out aloud, you can just speak in your mind. They said, keep this up over time, you will see results. But not everyone's going to hear their guides in the same way. Okay, so getting on to Saturday. So Saturday, it's funny, I just felt like, just completely laying back and just chilling out completely. So this could be a rest day. They're saying it is for some of you. The other thing is they're talking about kids. If anyone out there has got children, it's that thing where they're saying allow them to make their own mistakes, but also support them while they're choosing whatever they need to do. They're telling me that there's so many parents out there that are trying to almost cushion everything that's going on, or to try to do things for them, or to try to make it so good for them. It's like allow them to make mistakes, be there to support them, be there to guide them, be there to help them when they do. And it's always about offering, hey mate, do you want a hand? What can I do for you? I'm always here to help, that sort of thing. So getting on to Sunday. All right, so I can see people hanging out with their friends. I can see people getting together, sharing some fun, sharing some time, and sharing some companionship as well. So, all right, this is interesting. They're saying, that one of the, and you hear this a lot, but in your day-to-day life, you tend to forget it. It's that thing about, they're telling me, generally at the end of a person's life, at the end of the person's life, that they've had, the one thing that they look back on is times with their friends. The one thing they look back on is laughing with their friends, is sharing time, companionship, time with their partners, their families, the animals that they live with, this sort of thing. So, share some time with people you love, or the animals that you love. Really, really cool, really important. And it's that thing that, look, you can't do this all the time, but having it sort of there and saying, okay, well, have I allowed myself to, chat with my friends, to be with my friends, to, have a good laugh, to that sort of thing, or to all come together to support somebody or a situation, where it could be floods or it could be anything else. How can you get together and and support and help other people, or support and help one of your friends that might be having a bit of a difficult time or just need some help with some stuff? Okay, I'm going to leave it there. They're telling me to stop. Okay. So I just want to thank you very much for joining me. Thank you very much for coming to see me again every week. It's been really good fun. I love it when you send me a message, when you give me feedback, when you subscribe to my page. It's on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook under David M. John. And I've also got a Google page which is under my old name, Golden Lotus Readings and Healings. So if you would like a session with me, I do probably about 80-85% of my work absently over Zoom. The quality and the service is exactly the same. Work with people all over Australia, people overseas as well. So yeah, give me a call. I'll have a beautiful week and lots of love. Bye bye.